第5までに向かってます。第5さんですね。
The secure algorithms, it still doesn't make it easy to find the key or decrypt ciphertext. So for AES, for example, there are no known attacks. Even if you have billions of pairs of plaintext and ciphertext, it still doesn't help you to get back to the original one. So no, that doesn't help. We'll assume it does not help. Even if you know many of these, it doesn't help. So what will the attacker do to defeat the confidential police service? Well, there's nothing they can do under the assumptions that we're working on. Assuming they can't find the key, and we assume that because it's long enough, like shows a key KAB which was long and random, so the only way the attacker to find it is to guess it, and we know that it would take too long to try and guess that, so they can't find the key. Assuming the algorithm, the encrypt and decrypt algorithms are strong, there are no flaws in them, AES is considered like that, then there's no way for the attacker to find the plaintext in this case. From A to B, and someone in the middle changes it along the way, can the receiver detect that that change was made? If they can detect the change was made, then we can maintain integrity. If a change can be made without the receiver knowing a change was made, then that's a compromise of the integrity of the data. Authentication is about if someone sends us a message pretending to be A, but they're actually the malicious user, and we think it's from A, then that defeats the authentication service. We want to be able to be sure that the message came from A, not someone pretending to be A. So we'll look at how encryption provides those services as well. So we'll look at some variations on this where the malicious user doesn't just intercept the message, but they may intercept and modify the message. And we'll try to see. Draw this again. Same scenario, user A, user B. We start with a transmitted plain text and a corresponding transmitted ciphertext, which is obtained by encrypting with KAB. We're sending from A to B still, the plain text, and we transmit that. We transmit CT. Now, let's have the malicious user intercept this message before it gets to B, not just let it go through, but intercept it and try to make a change to that message, with the hope of sending a message on to B, and B thinks it's the original message from A, but it's in fact a modified message. Let's see if that's possible. So what happens now is the malicious user gets a copy. What can they do when they receive CT? Can they read the plain text? Can the malicious user read the plain text when they get the ciphertext? No, we just saw in the previous case they cannot. It's encrypted, they cannot get the plain text. But they could try to make up some different plain text and encrypt that and forward it on to B with the hope that B thinks that was the message from A. Let's try that and see what attack may be possible. Let's say that the malicious user gets this ciphertext and modifies it first. And send the modified version onto the user B. That is, the modified one I'll denote as CT prime. Mark up the top prime, just to say that they've changed the ciphertext. Maybe the ciphertext was a million bits, they changed some of those bits to try to perform an attack. Let's see what happens. Where CT prime is different from CT. Different values. We send it on to B. B receives some ciphertext. I'll denote that as CR. From B's perspective, it's received some bits, some ciphertext. What does B do next? Decrypt. Right, you receive ciphertext, you decrypt. You decrypt what you receive. Decrypt using a key, CR, and we'll get some value. I'll denote as PR. What key do I use to decrypt? KAB. I received a message from A. I think it's from A. The from message, the from field in the message says A. I am B, so I use key KAB. What happens at B now? It gets the wrong plaintext, or it gets recognizably wrong plaintext. That assumption is which number? It's maybe not captured here directly, but it's based upon A7. If we use the wrong key, we'll get it's a variation of A7. Here is if we using a different key, or in fact it was a different ciphertext, in fact, we'll get the wrong recognizably wrong plaintext, because CR is the same as CT prime. CT prime is different from CT. text here. So we're going to get some plain text that is different from PT and recognisably wrong. So what will happen recognises that the plain text that they get from that decryption is wrong. It's just random characters. They expect some English message or some structured message. They decrypt it using a key, some ciphertext, which was not obtained from an original structured plain text. It was a different one. So B recognises that PR is wrong. So I think the assumptions, well, we really should have another one that is a variation of A7, is that it's slightly different. Here we say decrypting with the wrong key, but in the same way, if you decrypt different ciphertext, the wrong ciphertext, you will not get you'll get a different plain text. Decrypting two different ciphertexts will give two different plain texts if you use the same key. Because CR is different from CT. B recognises the plain text is wrong. It looks like random characters. It's not a structured message, and therefore has detected something's gone wrong. They don't trust the plain text. They discard it. So that's a case where the attack, the malicious user tried to modify something, is detected. We don't know how they modified it, but we know something went wrong, so we discard what we received. We don't trust it. We'll try some variations. What could the malicious user try to do such that B doesn't detect that? There are a couple of other choices. What could you try? Today's your chance to put on your malicious hat, your black hat. Try to do some bad things. What could you try to do as a malicious user so that B doesn't detect a change? Change what? We could try to change the plain text. That's effectively what we did there. If we modify something here, let's say we choose a new plain text, encrypt that with a key, the key of the malicious user, and send them ciphertext on to B. Similar issue as before. If we have a new plain text by the malicious user, then the key that was used to encrypt cannot be KAB. Let's try that one. So the application of these assumptions is to apply them to use some logic to see how they can be used to provide the services. Malicious user. They choose some new plain text. PT prime. Different plain text. They want to send this plain text was decrease the malicious user's salary by 10,000 baht. They change it to increase. So they try to have a new plain text and try to fool B into getting that. They choose a new plain text and they encrypt that new plain text with a key and get a new ciphertext. What key do they use? Or maybe an easier question, what key do they not use? They cannot use KAB. They can use some other key. We'll denote as key of the malicious user, but it's not KAB because they don't know that. They get some ciphertext, and because it's a different key, we'll assume that the ciphertexts are not the same. CT is not the same as CT prime. We send that on. That is, we send CT prime. User B receives that. They receive CR, which is in fact the same as CT prime. They receive that and try to decrypt. What key do we use to decrypt at user B? KAB. We all still think it's from A. When we decrypt CR, well, in fact, it's the same as CT prime. We can rewrite that as decrypting with KAB, CT prime, the different ciphertext. Here, CT prime was obtained by encrypting plain text with K of the malicious user. Here we try to decrypt with the incorrect key. Encrypt it using K of the malicious user. We try to decrypt with a different key. Our assumption A7 says if you try to decrypt with the incorrect key, you will get the wrong plain text and it will be recognisably wrong. It will be random looking. Again, B gets plain text. PR. I say PR is wrong. Attack detected. If we get plain text that doesn't make sense, then we detect that something's gone wrong. We don't care what specifically went wrong, but something's gone wrong and don't trust the message. So the use of encryption not just provides confidentiality, but also provides protection against modification attacks. This is the attacker trying to modify the data, and it provides the data integrity service. Data integrity is that if something's modified, we can detect that, and that's what's happening here. The previous case was one where they just tried to modify the ciphertext. This is effectively the same. They produce a new ciphertext. B detects that because we're using a different key to decrypt. Is there anything else a malicious user could try to do without knowing KAB? I think if you try to consider all the scenarios, you will not find one where they can fool B, because B will always detect. They need KAB. If they want to modify something, they could choose a new plain text. If they did have KAB, then they could fool B into getting the modified message. But they don't have KAB, so therefore they cannot fool B into receiving that modified message. So this is providing data integrity. The last one we'll do is providing authentication. That is, let's try to do a masquerade attack. The malicious user will pretend to be A. We've got user B. will start with just a malicious user. What they do is they send a message to user B. They choose their own plain text message, which is called a P. They encrypt that with a key and give some ciphertext. They send the ciphertext to user B, but they say that this message is from A. What key do they use? Let's make some more space. Sorry. What key are they going to use to encrypt? The malicious user is going to use KAB. How? They don't know KAB, remember? User A knows, so we're not user A here, we're a different user. User A knows KAB, user B knows KAB, but the malicious user does not. But they want to pretend to be A. So they have a message, they want to pretend to be A, they encrypt it with a key, but again, they cannot encrypt with KAB. There must be some other key. If they did have KAB, they could perform an attack. They encrypt with some other key, they get some ciphertext, send the ciphertext to B, and as before, B does the normal decryption steps. Decrypt, using which key? If we sync the messages from A, we decrypt with KAB. The ciphertext. Oh, say we get some plain text B prime. Is B prime equal to P? Malicious user chose a plain text. He encrypted it using K of the malicious user, obtained a ciphertext, sends the ciphertext.